Fredo, Stephen, we know that Fredo's been in prison in Dubai for a few weeks now, probably even a few months. And the sentencing has been made official today. Okay. Fredo was sentenced to 5 years in an Emirati prison. For those who don't know what an Emirati prison is, that's a prison in the Emirates. That's a Dubai prison. So, Fredo, man, I mean, he's one of the I'd say he's one of the more known rappers that we got here in the UK. He's done his rounds. He's got his accolades. He's popular, man. So when I seen this, I was shocked. I'm not gonna lie that he was trying to even get Bud into Dubai. But it's like we said on the show, the Thursday show, which is now titled Unfiltered. If you need weed that bad, it's probably best just not to pull up, man. Serious. Because imagine you're a star. You're a star, man. You're a star. You're making albums. You're doing music videos. Your kick game. All of this. For a bit of Bud, it just don't make sense, man. I'm going to keep it real. For a little bit of Bud, it just don't make sense. Like, you can't go a period of time without Bud. I know that it's addictive, you know. I know there's a lot of men that can't go day to day, but to take a risk like that and it ends up costing him 5 years, which, let's keep it real, Stephen, he may have to play out them 5 years, you know. I hope he don't, but you're talking about Dubai.
I was just about to say that I don't think they do reduce sentence for good behavior and stuff there. Not to my knowledge. I'd assume you'd have to do everything on it.
This is what I'm saying. It don't make sense. It just don't make sense, like, to put yourself in that position as a rapper. Like, imagine just being in a Dubai prison, the kind of heat, the kind of strict laws that it is over there. But this is what I'm saying, like, Dubai, people get fooled by Dubai, you know. They see all the Instagram models, they see all of the pictures, and they think it's a play place. People, Dubai is a very strict place, you know. It's not no play thing in the slightest. It's not no play thing. Dubai is not no joke. Them people over there don't ramp. You see what I mean? Because I doubt it was any big amount of weed that Fredo was trying to get in there with. Like, it's just nuts that a man would even take that chance, man. Stephen, what are you saying?
But Kate, as I was gonna say, and as I've said before on this show, I don't see the point of everyone going to Dubai, you know, in terms of, if you have these vices, you have to do weed, you have to take pills, you have to drink excessively to enjoy yourself. Then there's other holiday destinations you can go to, and for all we know, in a couple of years, fam, you might be able to burn weed out there, because Saudi's saying they're gonna start letting people buy liquor and that soon. So we see that times are changing. Like, some people would have never thought they'd agree to do that in Saudi, but they're relaxing the laws on the alcohol. So who knows, man? The marijuana could be next.
Can't see it.
Well, liquor. No, you never know.
I know with liquor, I knew the Saudis would fold for that, because right now, Stephen, the Saudis are controlling sports over there. Boxing, they got WWE, they got the golf, they got the F1. So it was a matter of time before they had to relax.
Nah, they didn't have to, fam. They didn't have to. No one was forcing them to. I feel like they just wanted a piece of the pie, blood.
They folded to the Western pressure.
Yeah.
Facts.
Of course.
Facts, they folded.
Which don't make no sense.
As pretty as the place looks, though, we know that their rules are no joke over there. They don't play with people over there. So you have to think, if you think about it, you know, look at them stories. It's only because this is Fredo. There's a lot of stories about brothers who have had, like, a spliff and gun pen over there. There's man over there who's just had little things, like, I remember there was one story about someone had some vape oil and it weren't even his, and it was empty. And my man went prison. That's what I'm saying. They don't play over there. They don't care about no Fredo or this man or that man. You're just a man. You're coming into the people them's place. Respect the law, or just don't travel there, man. That's one thing that I'll say with the Burna Boy thing, even though me personally would never give up on that kind of money. However, my man's avoided probably a situation like this.
Yeah, and that's why I said at the time when we spoke about it, I rate him for not going. Because I understand, like, you may have said, nah, I'll go. I might have said, yeah, I'll go. But remember, everyone's different. So financially, it might not do nothing for him, A. And B, he might say to himself, yo, I can't go without my weed. Then fair enough, stand on your square and save yourself getting in trouble. This is why I keep saying, like, you can't make any excuses for anyone, man. Everyone's an adult. Everyone knows what they're doing. This is why I'm going to keep saying it until someone can give me an answer. If you have these vices, you have these things you cannot live without, why would you go there? Exactly. That's like me going to... I can't even think of an analogy now. That's like me trying to join a what is it? It's not even why is it when it's a male? It's like me wanting to become one of them, the equivalent of a nun. I can't remember what you'd call it now. I know it's a priest, but I don't want to say priest because you think about Catholic priests and then my nasty.
Say a monk. Say a monk.
Yeah, that's it, a monk. Yeah. Thank you. You got it in one cake. Because monks, as a monk, you abstain from everything, don't you? That's like me joining a thingy and becoming a monk, but I can't go without crutches. Don't make no sense.
Yeah, it don't.
Or it's like a man. Or it's like, if you want to take it into another step, you're a man, you love girl is, yo, every week we need something to chop down, but you're always in and out of prison, bed. You do stretches in prison. It don't make no sense. Yeah, I know you hear about these stories. Oh yeah, this man was mashing that guard, but that's not most people's experiences in prison, bed. Most people's experiences, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go there, so lie your bed, wake up, sit in your cell, cook in the kettle, rinse and repeat.
Innit? That's what I'm saying, because you got to think, like, that's why I say a man's coming from that life of luxury, what you've worked hard to obtain. Yeah, just don't go to the people them's place with no kind of... If the people are saying it's no alcohol, that's what it is. If the people are saying there's no bud, that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't ramp in them places. Like, as pretty as you see the place, that is just to draw the Westerners in. But it's still a very strict place. A very strict place. And a lot of men are going to learn that over these next few years, that if you go there with any kind of Western ways, you will be apprehended and punished for this thing. Simple. I just feel like that could have been avoided. It could have been avoided. Because if a man like that is getting as much money, because I know it's rap in it, so a lot of raps kind of like, you know what I mean, like it ain't true. But let's just, by the way how Fredo moves, it looks very true. So let's just say he's getting all this money that he says he's getting. Why even take that type of risk? And I'm pretty sure, you know, because I'm not a man who's in Dubai, I go to Dubai still, but I'm pretty sure there must be some underground links he could have made instead of him taking the risk. Innit?
But okay, this is the thing though, does the monetary side even come into play? Like literally, if you're saying like, not even to pocket watch your brother, but you're making this, you're making that, you've invested in kick game, you're doing your thing over here, over there, legally now, then it must, and I know weed, it's not supposed to be an addictive substance, but it's literally an addiction for these men if you can't go without it. Like, we're seeing it with the Fredo thing, we saw it with Burna Boy turning down show money. Like, it must literally be an addiction, and I don't smoke, so I can't say like, yo, wait. some of the smokers would probably have to answer that question, man.
Yeah, it is an addiction, man. It is an addiction. Like a lot of man, you gotta think a lot of these men, Stephen, it's a problem that's not spoken about enough. And I get it. I get that bud has a lot of benefits if you microdose it. But if you're a man who's just getting up in the AM, you have to roll up. Lunchtime, you have to roll up. If you're a man who's moving like that, you got a problem. You got a problem. You have a problem. Trust me. Because no matter what we want to say, it's still a drug. Weed is still a drug. And obviously it's very it's normalized in our culture. And don't get it twisted, because I know that it has plenty of benefits, because I'll say it right, I benefit from the CBD side of the plant. You see what I mean? That helps me in certain ways. But I'm not a man who, like the man that smoke bud and their lips are just black and they're just tired all the time. And nah, man, them man need to get help, because what you have to remember is you're not actually, what you're smoking is not actually even it's not even really bud, is it? You're smoking like something that a man's making in his yard, like them home growers, and a man's trying to get it grown as fast as possible. So he's going to do whatever it takes to make that plant grow fast. So there's no, I remember this is being grown by artificial lights. It's not like a man's grow, like in yard, Stephen, you got the bushweed and that. That's not what man is smoking. Man is smoking straight chemicals. So you probably think you're addicted to the plant. You're not even addicted to the plant. You're addicted to something else. You see what I'm trying to say? So now you're saying to yourself, boy, I can't go a day without that thing. I can't go a day. I need it. You're coming like Pookie from New Jack City, man. Man have just swapped the crack for the bud. You see what I'm saying? That's all what's happened. A lot of men need to go rehab, because if you can't go, I'm saying, all right, there's got to be something you can go a week without. Whether it be sex, whether it be fast food, sugar, whatever it may be, challenge yourself to go a week without it. Don't ever allow yourself to be a slave to these things, man. Because imagine a man like that who has a successful career, a part of a successful business, trying to do a move like that. That's how much a man needs it, that the thought of being without it made a man smuggle it. That is crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, it's absolutely nuts. And this is what I'm saying. Other man can learn from this. Dubai does not play. They don't play. They don't play. They have a law in place for a reason. They associate bud with a certain type of people. They associate bud with a certain type of environment. They don't want it there, man. They don't want it there. So to see Fredo even risk his thing like that, it just don't even make sense, man.